Yeah. Hello. I'm in a bad mood, man. Couldn't get the feed working, the live feed on YouTube. So my apologies for that. And yes, I am by myself today. Damn it. Well, hi, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the Knock'em Dead Comedy Show. Here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, a Facebook page. I am recording the show as well, so I will post it on YouTube after the show is over. Hopefully the recording comes out. Hey, we're glad you're here, though. And we ask that you share the link to this show on all your socials. Tell everybody you know about all the great shows here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. Normally, we're on YouTube as well. Today, we're not. I don't know why. I had technical difficulties again. And damn it, Diane couldn't make it today. She told me last night that she had an appointment at 8 o'clock in the morning out east. She didn't know how long she'd be. And I'm like, 8 o'clock. Even if the appointment's 2 hours, it still gives her an hour to get here from out east, even if she's a few minutes late. I'm like, no problem. And then she texted me, I don't know, I think it was about an hour ago. Not going to make it. I was like, damn it. And then I feel weird, like trying to get somebody else, because, then I feel like I'm basically saying, well, I'm only reaching out because Diane's not here, so I felt weird. But I did reach out to Frank. Frank couldn't come. And John Rusiello was complaining because he doesn't have Facebook. I don't know why. Who knows what that guy is probably wanted. When he does watch on Facebook, it's through his wife's profile, but she's not home. He can't get her profile or her sign-in info, so he's not able to watch. Blah, blah, blah. And it's Tuesday trivia. I don't have anybody to play trivia with. I need you guys to play, and John's not able to play. We lost a player. So I'm not going to say I hate doing the show by myself. I'm just not a big fan of it. I love having people to bounce off of. Christian and Rob are here today. 3 with Z at 1 o'clock. I even reached out to them. Say, hey, guys, why don't you come in early? Since you're on at 1, come in at noon. We'll play Tuesday Trivia. And they said no. All right, so we're going to do the best we can here. Vicky's watching. Ann is watching. Johnny Lambros. Hey, Johnny. So that's the story. We'll do the best we can here today. We're going to see what's going on. And we are still going to play. We're still going to look at baby pictures of famous people. You guys have to guess who they are. We're still going to play Tuesday Trivia. And I'm sorry we're not on YouTube. I feel we're losing people, because everybody usually, I think most people look for us on YouTube. That's where I tell people to go. Very aggravated. I hate when we have technical issues. Hate it. And every time we have technical issues, it seems like to go on for weeks. Then when it's fixed, we're good. But it's never like a one-day event. Poop. All right, so what's happening? Gene Shalit passed away. Remember Gene Shalit? He was, the movie review guy? With the big giant mustache? He was 100 years old. That's all I got. Clive Davis died. Now, him I can talk about for a while. Clive Davis. The nickname was the man with the golden ear. Because that guy knew talent when he saw it. The guy was a lawyer. Excuse me, I've been getting over a cold. That too. Getting over a cold. So I haven't been sleeping great. Keep waking up at night coughing and sniffling. So I didn't sleep good last night. So I'm grouchy. Don't piss me off. Clive Davis, man. He was a lawyer. But then he got a job as a lawyer for a record company, and he just started, listening to tapes. And he discovered, I don't think he discovered Dylan, or did he? He's one of the people who discovered Dylan, but he discovered Springsteen, he discovered Billy Joel, he discovered Whitney Houston. That alone, but the list goes on and on. Paul Simon, if I'm not mistaken, Barry Manilow, and the list goes. Aretha Franklin. The list goes on and on, man. It's unbelievable the amount of people that guy discovered. Interesting documentary about him came out maybe 2 years ago, maybe give or take. I actually met him once. I think it was a Springsteen show, I think. And I see this guy. He's got a hottie on each arm. Classic. He's got a hottie on each arm, and I'm just looking at the hotties. And I don't even realize who it is. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, look at this guy. He's got two hotties. And he was bald. He had sunglasses. And at first glance, he looks nothing like Jack Nicholson. But for some reason, at first glance, I thought it was Nicholson. And it was weird. He had sunglasses on. But I was just able to see his eyes enough to know that he was looking right back at me. So I did. I kind of stopped. And as he got closer, he actually said to me, he goes, "Hey, champ." Just like that. He goes, "Hey, champ." I was like, "Hey." I go, "Hey, did I say Mr. Davis?" I think I said Clive. I said, "Hey, Clive, nice to see you, man." That was the whole conversation. Later, I think in the documentary, it came out that, he was a switch hitter, if you know what I'm saying. So maybe that's why he called me champ. Maybe he was looking to hook up. I don't know. But yeah, he died at the age, he was 94. Pretty active up until maybe the past year or so. But yeah, what an ear for music that guy had. All right, so what else is happening? All right, so I killed 4 minutes with that. We got Tuesday trivia coming later. We got... We're going to show baby pictures. And Facebook says there's 3 people watching. Should we all just take a nap? What just happened there? Let's see. Oh, so Diane, Ann ratted me out to John. John's been texting, complaining that he can't see the show. So Ann says, it's okay. This might help. Diane's not on the show today. And John's a small consolation, but that's good. You jerk. It does make me feel a little better, he says. And Ann says, yeah, it's not the same on Facebook. I'm sorry. It's all I got today. You have to be so careful how you word things on Facebook or they will mess with you. Yeah. John says, yeah, not a fan of Facebook. YouTube is more free and private. I prefer YouTube. I hear you. I do too. I'm not a big fan of Facebook myself. But it was this or nothing. What should I have? I did actually consider canceling the show once Diane couldn't make it. Should I have done that? Should I have canceled the show? I don't know. Then I was like, all right, but if I cancel, I got to be back here at 12:30 anyway for to get ready for 3 with Z at 1 o'clock. So I was like, all right, I may as well do it then. I am tempted, though. I am tempted to just lay back and take a nap while we're on the air. Yep, 4 people watching. All right. Did you hear, Vicky? So did you go to Kaplan's wedding? How was your Father's Day? I wasn't able to see yesterday's show. Ann says, you're fine, Tony. We got here. Okay, cool. Thanks for all the questions, Vicky. Good topics. No, I did not go to Mike's wedding. I was invited. Mike, his wedding was Saturday. I had a picture. Where'd it go? His wedding was Saturday. Now the thing is, when I first got the invite, I thought to myself, okay, well, it's a Saturday. That's cool. We can go there. And as you guys know, because I've bragged about it so much, I am the president of the Nassau County PAL Special Needs Unit. Now, a lot of our programs run on a school calendar. So, meaning that a lot of our programs are ending for the summer, around this time. So we had a few programs ending this past Saturday, and I thought to myself, all right, well, I can go. As the president, I got to hit a lot of these things. And especially bowling, because Lisa and I actually run the bowling. I'm the president of the whole PAL Special Needs Unit, but Lisa and I also run the bowling program. So I had to go to that. And it was our award ceremony. And because of a lot of our programs are ending, a lot of our board and the police officer that's in charge of us, we have a lot of end-of-the-year things to do, trophies and giveaways and end-of-the-year stuff. So everybody's busy. So then I finally read the invitation to Mike's wedding, and it's at 10:30 in the morning. And it's out east. It's at least an hour away from me, at least. It might even be more. And I'm like, son of a bitch, 10:30 in the morning. Bowling doesn't even start until 11 o'clock. So I'm like, I can't miss that. And I did ask one person if they can fill for me, but they couldn't because they were going to a different award ceremony. So I couldn't go. By the time bowling ended probably around 12:30. By the time I get home, shower, change, get out there, there's probably at the most an hour left to the wedding. So I felt awful. I gave Mike a gift. I did that much, and I apologized. I said, I'm sorry, man, but I can't make it. Then I thought about it. I got married in 1998. Mike actually, what? I should have gotten video. I'll have to do that. I have to look for the wedding video. Mike actually got up and did a reading at the church. But then we went to the reception. He only stayed for an hour, and then he bolted. So I remembered that, and I was like, all right, I don't feel so bad about not going. This is the only thing I've been able to find so far from social media, from the wedding. No, that is not the Good Humor Man. That is Michael Kaplan at his wedding. I did not see any pictures of the bride, so Mike is in trouble for not posting any pictures of his bride. And then I don't know, man. Look at Mike. Look at him. Looks to me like he's the one wearing makeup, doesn't it? Congratulations, Michael, you son of a bitch. Hope it was a great day. And yeah, sorry we couldn't make it. Father's Day was good, Vicky. I did a whole lot of nothing. Really, I did nothing. I think, did Zach work? He might have worked for a little while. I don't even remember anymore. Yeah, we just hung out at home. Like I said, I was battling a cold, so I slept in. Trying to sleep this cold away. I slept until I didn't get out. I slept until I think noon. Because I was up and down a lot during the night, but I didn't get out of bed, I think, till 3 p.m., which was really nice. And then Lisa made me my favorite thing in the world to eat. Now, you guys know I love French fries and I love chocolate, but my absolute favorite, you take a potato, you skin it, slice it up almost like a potato chip, thin, and then you throw it in oil. You don't cook it to a potato chip, though. You cook it till it's just so it's hot and soft. Oh my goodness! It's the greatest thing I've ever had, and I love it. I can't get enough of it, but it is so darn unhealthy. Between all the grease and there's a lot of starch and crap in potatoes that for a diabetic it's not a good thing. But I could eat that every day without a problem. But Lisa made a bunch of it for me for Father's Day, which was nice. Oh, sorry, I'm just looking at a voicemail I'm getting right now. So, yeah, it's just I love it though. I love it. So I thank Lisa for making it. My grandmother used to make it for me when I lived with my grandmother when I was a little kid. She used to make it for me every day, which is probably why I'm so unhealthy now. She probably tried to kill me, but yeah, made that for me every day. And then eventually my mother would make it for me sometimes. Then whichever sucker I was living with at the time after that, I would convince him once in a while to make it for me. Wife number one made it once in a while. Sally made it once in a while. Lisa makes it once in a while. But yeah, Lisa kind of refuses to make it to a certain degree because she knows how unhealthy it is. Stupid. So yeah, I got a voicemail. So that of course ruined my Facebook feed. So now I got to find the show again. All right, hang on, so I can see your comments. Let's see. Wow, so that's what a smile looks like. Oh, you're talking about Mike? Yeah, you see that though? You see, it's only like half of his face. It almost looks like he's got Bell's palsy or had a stroke or something. Only one side of his face is going up, like it's hurting him to smile. Although if I was wearing makeup, I wouldn't be smiling either. So yeah. So what about you, Vicky? Did you do anything for Beryl? I mean, I know he's not your dad, but all right. Did you guys hear at Madison Square Garden this weekend? The band Goose was playing, and a man, a 51-year-old man, was on on the cheap seats. He's in the highest section up. Details weren't given, but for somehow, some way, this guy fell from the highest section to the low section, the floor section. And he died shortly before 10 p.m. Saturday night. Yeah, injuries indicative of falling from an elevated position, was taken to the hospital where he's pronounced dead. My question is, who the hell is Goose? I've never heard of this band. I mean, they must be known. They're freaking playing the Garden. Who the hell is Goose? Well, anyway, some guy died at the Goose concert. That's weird to me, but. And we did not celebrate Father's Day. My dad's been gone 40 years. Wow. 40 years. And just turned 67. So your father died when you were in your 20s? Wow. Well, I mean, my father's been gone 46 years. Yeah, he died in 1980. But we weren't celebrating Father's Day with him, let me tell you. Yeah. And yeah, this guy at the Goose concert didn't get to celebrate Father's Day. Who the hell is Goose? Never heard of these guys. Speaking of music, I bet Ann would like this. October 1st at Radio City Music Hall in New York City. A 90th birthday concert celebration for Buddy Guy. For those of you watching, if you don't know who Buddy Guy is, you should be ashamed of yourself. It's all right if you don't know Goose, but you must know Buddy Guy. Amazing, amazing, amazing guitar player, blues player. He is one of the best. Turning 90. Eric Clapton will be at this show. John Mayer, Susan Tedeschi and Derek Trucks, John Batiste, Aloe Black, Joe Bonamassa, Gary Clark Jr., Robert Cray, Eric Gales, Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top, Ivan Neville, Robert Randolph, who was fantastic, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Jimmy Vaughn. Jimmy Vaughn, as you guys might know, used to be he was a founding member of the Fabulous Thunderbirds. Remember them? Kim Wilson, the lead singer of the Fabulous Thunderbirds, another founding member who's still with the band. He's also going to attend. That'd be cool. We need a Jimmy Vaughn Kim Wilson reunion with the Fabulous Thunderbirds. Buddy Guy himself with more artists and special guests to be announced. That is a phenomenal show. October 1st is what? What day of the week is that? I think I need to go to that. October 1st is a Thursday. All right. Nick Greystone, not doing your show that night. Let's see. Vicky. It was a beautiful sunny day, and we spent the day together. We took a nice walk, and then we went to the Science Museum. Both kids were busy, so it was just us. Ann's father died at the age of 62. He was young. He died of gangrene. Really? But he died at 62, 40 years ago? So you would have been 27, 40 years ago. And he was 62. So he had you a little on the later side, huh? How do you get gangrene? I don't know really anything about it. And it's not like it. And I don't think I knew it was that serious either. That can actually kill you. Damn. Yeah, 62 is young. My grandfather, my mother's father, I think he was only 60 when he died. I think. Pretty sure. Speaking of dying, did you guys know? I just read an article this morning. First time I was hearing it, that Nancy Guthrie, you know, the woman from the Today Show whose mother was kidnapped. I just read this morning that days after her disappearance, she received 2 notes who the authorities think is the actual kidnapper, and one of the notes said that the mother did in fact die. Yeah, the authorities say the 2 notes were both sent from the same person, and they believe it to be the. All right, my grandfather apparently was 61, and my mother wants to know where Diane is. Yeah, I said at the top of the show that she texted me last night saying she had an appointment this morning out east at 8 o'clock. So she wasn't sure if she was going to make it. And I said, nah, you'll be fine. Even if the appointment goes 2 hours, you still have an hour to get here. Well, she texted me about 10:15-ish, maybe 10:30, saying she wasn't going to make it. So, and then I didn't know what to do at that point. So I asked Frank if he was available. He said no. So you're stuck with me. And I really, doing the show by myself is not really one of my favorite things. And so gangrene led to blocked arteries. He didn't take care of it. Blocked arteries first, which led to it because he didn't take care of it. One day they amputated his leg to save him, but it was too late. Oh, wow. I'm trying to think of one-legged things to say, but I got nothing. Jeez, so what? What? So they amputate the leg because that's, I guess, the clogged arteries. But then what? It just keeps spreading? Yes, I've been following the Nancy Guthrie case since day one. Wow, what a whole lot of nothing's going on. And like I said, I just read that today. Is that new info, or is that something that was already out there? I had no idea that you ever heard from the kidnapper. I mean, I did know that, like with every case, there's always wackos out there that send things claiming to be the person and they're not. I remember hearing that, but I don't recall hearing that she received 2 letters from the same person and the authorities think that's the actual person. And then they said too, where is it? The first note demanded millions in Bitcoin. The second note, sent a few days later, the apparent abductors revealed that the mother had died. The note indicated that they did not mean for her to die. Didn't mean for her to die. Well, don't kidnap her then. She was a sick woman. I remember reading that when she was taken, that the kidnappers did not take her meds, so she was kidnapped without the meds. So, of course, she died a few days later. Didn't mean for her to die. Oh, that's all right then. It would have been okay if you kidnapped her as long as you remembered the meds. Or if she was still alive, it's okay. No, you basically killed her, you stupid ass. Send that person to jail. Yeah, I hope they still find him. Yes, it spread. Yes, new notes was sent to TMZ day before yesterday. Oh, so that is new info. Okay. All right. So, yeah, that's all the morbid stuff. Like I said, October 1st, Radio City. Go see Buddy Guy. Oh, all right. Talking about music, as you know I like to do. Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart was seen in the stands for cheering for Scotland in the World Cup the other day. I'm trying to see what day this was. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't say. But it was sometime last week. I want to say maybe Wednesday or Thursday. He was seen in the stands cheering for cheering for Scotland in the World Cup. But that day, he was supposed to be in California performing, in a concert. One day before he made an appearance at the World Cup, Stewart's team shared a statement to his Instagram stories claiming that on the advice of his doctors and following a diagnosis of an acute upper respiratory infection that had resulted in laryngitis, he is unable to take the stage. This announcement was made less than an hour before showtime. And then he claims that he was feeling better, but the laryngitis was still there, so he was like, screw it. Let me charter a flight to Scotland and see the soccer game. This doesn't sit well with me. You make an announcement less than an hour before showtime. You owe those people. You don't just reschedule the date. Like, you got to give them something. They take the time out of their day, maybe leaving work early, getting babysitters, whatever they're doing, to get there. Less than an hour before showtime, I would bet most of the people are there, or at least on their way. So that's a big inconvenience. You know what? If you're sick, you're sick. I get it. But he's feeling better to the point where he can jump on a plane for several hours. California to Scotland is not exactly a quick flight. It's got to be 12 hours. Or around there somewhere. If you're feeling better, Rod Stewart, jump up on stage. Fine, don't even do the concert. Jump up on stage and, form a line and sign autographs or something. Or let people, form a line and let people come up on stage and take a picture or something. If you're feeling that good, you can jump on a plane. Show up at the venue. Do something for these people and make up the date. You bought tickets for that show? Well, now we'll just make it up. You have tickets for whatever date it was, June, whatever. Well, now it's July something. Your tickets will be honored. But I'm still giving you, because you already made it to the venue, I'm just going to come out. I can't sing. Or maybe, you know what? I'll come out, say hi to people, and the band will still play. They'll play whatever they feel like jamming on. Something. Do something. I don't know. I just, again, if he was sick in bed throwing up, fine. Stay in bed, rest up. But he can go jump on a plane and go, hang out at a soccer game. It doesn't sound like you're very sick to me. You could have, I don't know. It just makes me mad. And then, so now he is back to returning. He has returned back to the stage. He was performing in Utah this past Friday. And there's video of this. He's on stage. And all of a sudden you see him. He's standing by the keyboard player. And all of a sudden he just kind of leans over and he's like, holding on to the keyboard. And he starts bending over a little bit. Then he takes a few steps, reaches over by the drummer, and he's holding on to some stuff by the what's the word? It's not glass, the clear. You know what I'm talking about. So anyway, he's holding on to that while he's trying to sing, and he's bending over. Then he finally starts staggering a little bit. This guy walks up on stage with an oxygen mask and puts it on Stewart. You see him doing that for a minute, and then he did the rest of the show. He told the audience, that he was that he felt like he was going to faint. Rather than ending the show early, the rock star returned to the stage, completed the performance while seated in a chair. Rod Stewart, I believe, is in his early 80s. I want to say 81. I'm not positive, but he's around there somewhere. All I got to say is, Rod Stewart, make it through the summer, because I'm going to see you for the very first time at the end of July. So just get to Jones Beach and don't sit in a chair. Be able to perform, because it's the first time I've ever seen you. I want to see a full Rod Stewart show. After that, do what you got to do. But just remember, I need to see you. You've been on my bucket list. So, yeah, just make it to Jones Beach at the end of July. All right, Rod? You with me? Vicky, Savannah and the family need closure. Yeah, absolutely. Ann agrees. Oh, Scotland was playing in Boston. This article did not say that. All right, but still, you can jump on an airplane. All right, so what are we talking? 5-hour flight? Still. You can jump on a plane for an extended amount of time, and then you can go to a game, high energy. I don't know. To me, it's just still not right. You know what, Rod? Go to the venue where the concert's supposed to be. Tell the audience, I have laryngitis. I can't sing. Put the game on the big screen. Sit on the stage with your friends and watch the game on the big screen, and let the audience hang out and enjoy the game with you. Maybe just what, that could be fun actually. Give them a cool experience. Give them something a little bit extra because you're putting them out. If the game was in California, then I think I'd be like, all right, I still wouldn't be happy. But I would kind of be like, all right, well, it was nearby, I guess he was feeling better, but the laryngitis was still there. So, but I don't know. The fact that you can jump on a plane, cross country, I don't know, it doesn't sit right with me. They canceled a Stevie Nicks concert as they were arriving at the venue because she didn't have an adequate voice. It happens. They rescheduled, and it was okay. So that was from Vicky. Yeah, I mean, it's happened. Yeah, it happens all the time to various artists. But the fact that it was less than an hour before showtime, and then, I don't know, Stevie Nicks, they're saying she's not of adequate voice. Well, I doubt she was then pictured, partying somewhere or at a game where she's cheering and yelling or something. Rod Stewart went cross country to go to this game where it's high energy and he's jumping around cheering his team. That's not the sign of somebody who was sick. Granted, of course, he's saying, I felt better, so I went, but I don't know. I still, it's just like a slap in the face. You spent all this money. Again, you might have had to get a babysitter. You might have taken a long ride. You have to make arrangements to get to this show. And with less than an hour before the show, you've probably already been out for an hour or two just to get there. That's a big inconvenience. And I don't know, to me it's just not cool. I saw back in 90. Back in 1990, I think I've told this story before. So in 1990, I was 20. I was a young guy, not a care in the world. And I don't remember where I was going, but I went on to the Wanto Parkway, okay? And I was going south. Now, if you take the Wanto Parkway south, it ends at Jones Beach, okay? For those of you who might not be familiar, but I'm assuming you've heard of Jones Beach. So I was going south, so I was heading in that direction already when on the radio on WBAB, DJ Bob Buckman announces, ladies and gentlemen, next Saturday night, it was a Saturday morning that I was driving. I was driving on Wanto Parkway. Buckman announces next Saturday there's going to be a special concert at Jones Beach. It's a benefit for the Long Island Baymen. It's a benefit concert by Billy Joel. Tickets going on sale right now. And I'm like, only at Jones Beach box office. And I was like, holy shit, I'm already like halfway there. So, I don't know. I don't remember where I was going, what I was doing. And, obviously before cell phones. So whatever I was doing, I totally blew it off. And I just, continued down to Jones Beach. There was nobody there, man, because the announcement had just came out. So, so I got tickets. I was all excited. And so next Saturday comes, and it was pouring. And Jones Beach concert, Jones Beach Amphitheater, it's an outdoor venue. So it's pouring. So, there's a big delay, and tons of people there. We're waiting. Then lightning starts hitting. And then you just know, okay, this thing's going to be canceled. Sure enough, in one of the there's like areas at the time. There are areas of the amphitheater that were, had a roof, and everybody's standing around. Sure enough, all of a sudden, here comes a crew of guys, and they're setting up a microphone. So we just knew, it had to be Billy. So sure enough, it's Billy Joel. He comes out announcing that the concert's not going to happen that night because of the bad weather. But at least Billy Joel himself came out. The crowd, he even said it. You guys have been waiting here a while. We really appreciate it. We're so sorry. But we waited a while because we were hoping the rain was going to let up. At least he came out himself and made the announcement, and he joked around, and he didn't rush off. He talked for a few minutes on the mic. That's they should at least do that much to let the audience know the show's not happening. Even at sporting events, there is nothing more miserable than being at a baseball game during a rain delay. Because again, outdoor venue, not a lot of places to get shelter, especially at the old Shea Stadium when the Mets played there. So everybody be all cramped up. It was uncomfortable. It was boring. It just dragged. But even then, too, they would just announce, okay, the game will be made up on such and such date. We'll still honor the tickets. I don't know. But what if you can't make it on that date? They deserve more. Give them extra. Give them tickets to another game too. Billy Joel, you can't make it for that concert? Okay, well, I don't know. We'll get you a live recording of the concert or tickets to something else. I don't know. Or an autographed picture. I don't know. Something. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. Let's see. I saw him and Cyndi Lauper a few years back. It was pretty good. Who? Rod Stewart? Yeah, I think Frank said he's seen Rod Stewart twice, and he said it was good. The cancellation happened minutes before they were opening the doors, and laryngitis doesn't mean you're sick per se. Hey, I lost volume, she says. And you froze. What? The voicemail, so that of course ruined. Hang on, let's see what's happening here. The voicemail, so that of course ruined. 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 I don't know. Everything looks good on my end. Let me refresh this. Let's see what's happening. There's nothing on my end that's showing that there's any issue. You're sick per se. There's nothing on my end that's showing that there's any issue. All right, so I refreshed it and it's back. You're sick per se. There's nothing on my end that's showing that there's any issue. All right, so I refreshed it and it's back. Oh, and Ann says it was good on her end the whole time. Okay. All right, something weird happened because it did freeze on my end too, but all I did was refresh it. Let me make sure we're good here. All right, something weird happened because it did freeze on my end too, but all I did. What a weird day, isn't it? Stupid. All right, let's see what else is up. We're going to do Tuesday Trivia in a few minutes. We got baby pictures coming your way. All right, Vicky can see us again. All right, good. All right. All right, I'll do this with you first. So, yeah, we're going to do the baby pictures. See if you guys can... we're up to 6 people watching. All right. Sorry we're not on YouTube today. That is normally where you can find us. I don't know what happened. We couldn't get it on YouTube today. Actually, you know what? Yeah, Steve Squared too. Steve Squared yesterday too. They couldn't get on Facebook either. They couldn't get on YouTube either. Last night, Steve Squared. They got on Facebook, but they couldn't get on YouTube either. I'm not sure what's going on around here. We've been having issues since last Monday with things. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. I've been trying to figure it all out, but I'm an idiot, so it's hard to figure things out. But it also shows the love and dedication we have for you and the show. You're absolutely right, Vicky. I am very appreciative that you guys have, found it today and are still watching. Even though it's not the greatest of shows, because without Diane, without our co-hosts, we went yesterday, had this great show yesterday, and then today it's like, Mezzy was fun, wasn't she, yesterday? What a great show that was. Oh, you know what I want to do? I've been forgetting to mention, so I'm going to bring it up because I just happened to spot it. I've been forgetting to read this. On Wednesday, July 29th, there's a show at McGuire's out of Bohemia. It's a benefit for a lovely lady named Sarah Michaels. Sarah used to work here at Governor's. Her husband, James, does comedy, James Michaels. I knew Sarah when she worked here. I think I've met James a few times. I'm honestly not sure. My apologies, James. Either way, don't know each other well, if at all. But Sarah was super nice, really nice girl, and really enjoyed talking to her when she worked here. She has breast cancer. So they're doing a benefit for her July 29th out at McGuire's. I'm sure James is one of the performers. I don't know who else is performing. You know what? Let me take a look because we have time. But it's a great cause. So if you're local and you want to see a fun show, come check that out. Where is it? Oh, all right. All right. I don't see the info now. Sorry. Yeah, but either way, that's a good cause, and we wish Sarah all the best. All right, so before we do the baby pictures and then trivia, I was going to do something new with Diane today, but she's not here. But I'll still do it with you guys, okay? We're going to do, I'll do, I guess, 5. We'll do trick questions. Trick questions. Trick questions. If you have it, you want to share it. If you share it, you don't have it. What is it? If you have it, you want to share it. If you share it, you don't have it. What is it? I'll give you guys a second to figure that out. Tomorrow will be fun. Mr. Kaplan is away on his honeymoon. Michelle Savory will be here. She's been here a few times. You guys know her. Lovely singer, a lot of fun. She's now dabbling in the comedy world. She will be here tomorrow. She's bringing somebody with her, and I have no idea who it is. Thursday show, Frank will be here, and joining us is Robin Eve, the return of Robin Eve. Robin Eve was a regular back in the old days with me and Eric and Sally, and then even after Eric left, Robin was still a regular for a while. Robin, I think I don't know, I want to say like probably 2019 was the last time she was here. So she'll be joining us on Thursday. Friday, so it's the week of substitute guest hosts or no guest hosts. We didn't have Francesca yesterday. We don't have Diane today. No Mike tomorrow. We do have Frank Thursday, but we don't have Rosie on Friday. But one of our regulars will be in on Friday. Jeff Skelsey will be with me on Friday, so that'll be fun. Vicky got it. Oh, Ann got a cool answer. If you want it, if you have it, you want to share it. If you share it, you don't have it. Ann's answer was, it's nothing. That actually makes sense. But the answer I was looking for is the one Vicky gave us. The answer is a secret. If you have a secret, you want to share a secret. If you share a secret, you don't have a secret. All right, next one. What is always coming but never arrives? Oh, Fremder's on the Facebook feed today, huh? What is always coming but never arrives? The answers Fremder would have for that one. I didn't even think. I should have asked Fremder to come in. Sorry, Andrew. I didn't even think of it. It was so last minute that, like I said, I asked Frank. He said no. And then at that point, I was just scurrying, looking for things to talk about. Because, it's a lot of times I save stuff because I like talking to people. I like having somebody here to talk to with, with all this stuff and getting their energy and having a little back and forth. Here, I feel like I'm talking to myself. But I do appreciate you guys, commenting and keep me company. All right, Vicky. All right, close enough, Vicky. What is always coming but never arrives? Vicky says the future. The answer I had here is tomorrow, which is basically the same thing. Let's see. Number 3. I always run, but I can't walk. When am I? Well, I can't walk. Well, I can't run either. I sometimes run, but I can't walk. That's an easy one. I told you I should have napped. Should we just nap? I'm going to nap now while you figure out the answer to that one. I sometimes run, but I never walk, right? But I can't walk. When am I? All right, no answers yet. Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh. Vicky, that was not the answer that I have. Vicky wrote time. I sometimes run, but I can't walk. Time? Is that what they say? Time runs? I mean, they say it goes fast, but they don't really say it runs. Like, that's not really the... Good answer, though. She's thinking. The wheels are in motion. The answer we were looking for, a nose. A nose. Like mine this past few days. All right, 2 more, and then we'll do the baby pictures. What's something that gets wetter the more it dries? That doesn't make sense to me, but Oh, it does make sense to me. Yeah. What is something that gets wetter the more it dries? Fremder again would be having a field day with that question. Fremder's on Facebook. Why couldn't he just shoot over? Right? He was in the group chat where I let them know that we're not on YouTube. He might. I wonder if was he bounced off Facebook. All right, I don't see any answers yet to that one. Oh, Vicky got it. She wrote a towel. Yeah, paper towel. Something that gets wetter the more it dries. All right, last one. I got more, but I'll save them for Diane. A cowboy rode into town on Friday. He stayed in town for 3 days and rode out on Friday. How is that possible? This is a popular trick question, so I expect Vicky to get it. A cowboy rode into town on Friday. He stayed in town for 3 days and rode out on Friday. How is that possible? Well, it would help to do trivia, Tuesday trivia, if I had the piece of paper. Where is it? The phone hasn't rang. I'm surprised Ruscio didn't even just call. Well, he could have still called, even though, I guess he wants to hear himself in the air. Bosie didn't call. Nothing. Quiet day here, man. Yesterday we were hopping high energy with Mezzi. Today, I think I'm putting you guys asleep. A cowboy rode into town on Friday. He stayed in town for 3 days. He rode out on Friday. How is that possible? Wait and see if Vicky has an answer for that one. Doesn't appear she does. Oh, she says she hasn't got a clue. Oh, all right. I'm surprised. That trick question is it's a popular one. Cowboy rode into town on Friday, stayed for 3 days, and then rode out on Friday. How is that possible? The horse's name is Friday. Ha, 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 ha. All right. All right, with that, let's do baby pictures. Who is this? To me, this is spot on. There's no way you won't get it. To me, this is an easy one. All right. That is Stephen King, which, again, to me is so obvious. He looks exactly the same. This next person does not look exactly the same. This is an actor who's been around for a long time. I believe now he's in his 90s now. Oh, all right. So Vicky got it. Stephen King. Good. Or did you write that after I said it? This actor is in his 90s. He is still alive. Oh, all right. Well, not that I expect any of you guys to get this, but Mom, if you're still watching, I will tell you this is your favorite. So my mother should get this. I'll give it another second to see if anybody answers it. Don't know. I'm not good at this stuff, says Ann. Well, play along anyway, Ann. There's, a whole 5 people watching. I don't even know who. I know it's you and Vicky and me. I don't know who the other 2 are. All right, I'll just tell you. That is Robert Wagner. That is Robert Wagner. All right. This next one, let's see. When I first saw this one, I actually thought it was a girl, but it's a boy. A blue-eyed boy. My mother just texted me, Robert Wagner. Yeah, I already told you that. That was a little hint right there when I said a blue-eyed boy. Vicky, Anthony Hopkins. That's a good guess. I can see why you'd say that, but it's not. I'm telling you, he's blue eyes. Who's got the nickname? Who's got a nickname where the words blue eyes are in it? Old Blue Eyes. That is Frank Sinatra. All right, moving right along. Hasn't changed much. I'm not sure if it's the picture or the angle or what, but no, that was not Paul Newman, sorry. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if it's the angle or what, but to me, he looks a little chunky here. But he's not. He hasn't been in his adult life. But if you look at the eyes and the mouth, like you can still, if you look at the face, you can still see it. Great actor of our time. A lot of people don't like him because of his politics. Blah blah blah. I still think he's a great actor. Still occasionally makes some good movies. He's had some weird career choices as he gets older, but just waiting to see if anybody comes up with it. All right. That is Bobby D, Robert De Niro. This one, to me, is pretty easy. She still looks. I don't think she's changed much. It didn't freeze again, did it? Oh no, it's just me sitting there half asleep. Martin Sheen. No, that was not Martin Sheen. That was De Niro. All right. Wow. I need to get Diane back in here. You guys aren't good at this game. There we go. Vicky got it. That's Barbra Streisand. Who is this young guy? Barbara with her nose. This guy also has a famous nose. Very famous man. He's now in his 80s. But he's still out there kicking ass. It's not great. It's not great to tease your audience, says Vicky. What does that mean? How did I tease you? All right, well, that is Ringo. That's Ringo right there. We have 6 more. I feel like I should stop and just get to trivia and save the rest of these. Should I do that? I think I'm going to. Time for some Tuesday trivia. The show will probably end early today. Although it pretty much ended when it began, didn't it? All right. So here we go. Tuesday trivia. I went easy today for Diane because I felt like I was being hard on her for a few weeks. Question number 1. What does Hakuna Matata mean? What does Hakuna Matata mean? Now, I need to give you guys time. Well, I guess I don't. Well, I do because you need time to think about it, type it in before I move on to the next one. I feel like I should, play a joke or something in between each question.
So here's the deal. It's kind of like a night of comebacks, okay? We have 2 comedians that are coming up here making their stand-up comedy debut. We have a few people that have been off the the stand-up comedy stage for a little while. One lady, she's been off the stage since 2018. She's returning tonight. We have one gentleman who has not done stand-up since 2001. Wow, that's right. So a lot of cool stuff going on. We have two comics from Washington, D.C. making their governor's debut. And we have a very special surprise coming up towards the end of the show, maybe even the actual end of the show. A Long Island comedy legend that you all know and love, and I promise you it's going to be great. And I'm not telling you who it is, but you guys will be thrilled. I promise. I promise. All right? So we got a great night ready. It's going to be a fun time. You guys ready to have some fun?
Yay. Question number 2. Name all 3 band members of the band Police. Name all 3 members of the band The Police.
All right. So like I said, we got a lot going on here. All right? So, let's make ourselves comfortable. Let's stretch a little bit. Stretch. Stretch with me. There we go. Yeah. You're not poking somebody's eye out. And this Jeff, he's not poking, but he's not with the fingers. He's not poking anybody's. So stretch. Maybe stretch your neck a little bit. Work out your mouth muscles because you're going to do a lot of laughing, right? Okay? And now, the next thing I need you to do, spin your leg. What's the matter? You can't do that? Why not?
Question number 3. Nobody's even playing. All right, question number 3. Who was the second president of the United States?
Do we have anybody celebrating anything today at all? No? Thank God. Because I get to celebrate being 1,826 days dry. What the fuck are you clapping for? That's a long time to go without sex.
How's everybody doing tonight? We doing good? All right, good. My wife and I like to watch TV in the morning with a cup of coffee and a blanket. And the other morning, I started feeling her legs up and down underneath that blanket. She looks at me and she says, "Honey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit turned on right now." And I said, "Relax, I'm looking for the remote."
Question number 4. What was the capital of the United States before Washington, D.C.? What was the capital of the United States before Washington, D.C.?
It's great to be here, governors, tonight. I've seen so many of my favorite comedians here. Well, I haven't exactly seen them, but people love to point that out to you when you're blind. Well, you didn't really exactly see that. Well, I'm like, well, you're not really exactly an asshole, but I'm about to call you one.
What is the center of a target called in archery or even darts? What's the center of a target called in archery and I guess even in darts?
When I was single in the bars, I had my friends who were like the best wing women ever, right? So just like make the face, the face, like not happening, get me out of here. But I make the face at my little boys now at the park, and I'm like, and they're just like back at me, and I'm like, oh my God, they do not pick up what I put down at all. And it's almost like the creepier the moms are, the more invested my kids are in playing with those kids.
Now, I forgot what I was going to say, so I have my notes, because it's my first time doing stand-up in a long time. All right. These are fun. This is funny, all right.
Question number 6. Which Beatle did some fans believe had died and been replaced by a double? Which Beatle, the Beatles, which some fans believed that this man had died and then was replaced in the band by a double? True story. And who are we talking about?
So I was wondering why Tony asked me to be on the show, and then it dawned on me. I was like, what is this, a freaking disability fundraiser? I have multiple sclerosis. He's got one leg. We got a blind guy. Who's coming up next, Tone?
I don't know. The thing that sucks about living at home, though, is like I never get any privacy. It's like anytime I want to do stuff with a girl, it has to be in a car, and that's tough. Like, how hard it is to have sex. When the Uber driver won't move up the seat, yeah.
Question number 7. Name 4 Billy Crystal movies. Question number 7. Name 4 Billy Crystal movies.
Folks, I'm one of the only guys in this room that has every toe, finger, and fucking limb. Which makes me one of the healthiest guys on this fucking lineup, if you could believe that or not. Oh, man. The only thing is, I'm jealous of those assholes because they get better parking spots than every one of us. That deserved a lot better, folks.
So actually, recently I got my paleontology degree. So I studied thank you. So I studied fossils and I dug for dinosaur bones. My mom wasn't happy about this. Okay, she was like, Alec, you're not gonna get a stable job. But guys actually now work at the Smithsonian's fossil lab. Yeah.
Yeah, woo. Question number 8. What does a baby computer call his father? Again, I picked that specifically for Diane. What does a baby computer call his father? What does a baby computer call his father? Let's see. Question number 9. Give me the definition of the word whittle. Not little, whittle. W-H-I-T-T-L-E. Whittle. Whittle. Question number 10. What percentage of Americans engage in regular anal sex? Meaning like regularly. Not try it. They engage in it regularly. Oh, multiple choice. Is it 8%? Is it 22%? Is it 46%? What percentage of Americans engage in regular anal sex? 8%, 22%, 46%. All right. With that, I will scroll up and see what your answers are, and we'll get through this torturous show. I feel bad. It's basically the show is basically just me and Vicky hanging out, which you will be able to see on July 24th and then again on July 27th. That Friday and that Monday, July 24th and July 27th, Vicky will be in here with us. I don't know which one of us will make it out alive. Rose, as far as I know, Rosie will be here that Friday. As far as I know, Francesca will be with us that Monday, and Bobby Sen, who another guy who has not been in here in several years, but he'll be joining us for one of those shows, if not both. Bobby Sen, if you guys remember, he came in here the first year we were on, and we did a show on 9/11. Bobby was a hero. He's a hero fireman. He was at 9/11. You know, he was a city fireman. So he was there and saw a lot of shit. So we went on that day, and I asked Bobby to come in. And he was like, you know, he's a little hesitant at first. You know, of course, it's a hard day for him. Plus, you know, that day there's a lot of memorials to attend and whatnot. But he said, you know what, I'll come in for a little while. And we started early. Oh, because that was it. He said if we did it, he could only come in like say 9 o'clock and stay for a little while. So I was like, all right, I agreed to it. So let's do it. So we started it at 9. We went. He decided to stay, and we were just talking the whole time. We went until almost 1:30 that day. We did over 4 hours, and to me it was nothing but great stuff. It was interesting the whole time, in my opinion, and it was great. And Bobby has been in here since, for happier occasions. But it's been a while. So looking forward to him coming in. The reason we're bringing him in when Vicky's here is because the two of them are good friends. They graduated high school together, so I figured it'd be fun to have him join us. So that'll be good. So we're about a month away from that hysteria. So that's what's happening. Okay. So question number 1. What does Hakuna Matata mean? Vicky got it. It means no worries for the rest of your days. Name all 3 members of the band Police. Vicky got it. Sting, Andy Summers, Stuart Copeland. Vicky, extra credit if you give us Sting's real name. Who was the second president of the United States? Vicky got it. John Adams. What city was the capital of the United States before Washington, D.C.? All right. Hang on. Somebody make a phone call. Vicky got this one wrong. Vicky, it was not New York City. It was Philadelphia. Sorry. What is the center of a target called in archery? Ann got it too. Ann and Vicky got it. Bullseye. Very nice. Which Beatle did some fans believe had died and be replaced by a double? Vicky and Ann got that one as well. It is Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney was in a car accident in 1966. Some people to this day believe that he died and then was replaced by a lookalike. And then, there are certain clues in Beatles music and album covers and stuff. It's true. Name 4 Billy Crystal movies. Let's see. Vicky says When Harry Met Sally, Rabbit Test, Mr. Saturday Night, and City Slickers. What the hell is Rabbit Test? Never heard of that one. What's the one he did with Gregory Hines? Great movie. Oh, shit. What's that one called? It's the one that the song Sweet Freedom is on the soundtrack. What the hell is that movie called? Why can't I find his movies? Jeez, how crazy is this? Where's Billy Crystal's? It's going to kill me. What's the name of that movie? Billy Crystal movies. Well, there's The Princess Bride, right? There's Dormammu from the Train. Analyze this. Oh, how did we forget that? Monsters, Inc. Running Scared. Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines. Love Billy Crystal. What does a baby computer call its father? Vicky says, don't know the joke. A baby computer calls his father Dada. Come on, Vicky, that was easy. What is a whittle? W-H-I-T-T-L-E. Oh, Vicky got it. To knife wood into shapes. Yeah, to shape wood by carving off bits with a knife. Yeah, Vicky's smart. What percentage of Americans engage in regular anal sex? 8%, 22%, 46%. Vicky said 22. It's 8. It's 8. Oh, Nick Raystone's watching. He says, which one? Oh, yeah, Gregory Hines. Right. Yeah, Running Scared. I couldn't remember the name of the movie. I said, what's the one he did with Billy Crystal? What's the one Billy Crystal did with Gregory Hines? Rabbit Test was directed by Joan Rivers, and in it, Billy Crystal was pregnant. I never, in a million years, heard of this movie. I got to check that out. Nick Raystone knew Dada, and now he's calling. Hi, Barnacle Billy.
What does Barnacle Billy call his favorite gay lover?
He calls him Farmer Willie.
He does call him Farmer Willie. That's correct.
Wow! Yay!
Yay!
But Barnacle Billy does not need Farmer Willie when Christy Canyon's around.
But that would be something to have the two of them at the same time.
Nice.
Are you riding solo today?
I am riding solo today. It's been a long time since I've had to do this solo, and I Don't enjoy it, but yes, solo.
It's weird, right? You feel naked over there, don't you?
And I'll be honest. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's true. It drags. It freaking drags.
That's why, man. Like, I don't like doing. I mean, I'm never alone because I have you next to me. But like, still, dude. Like, I'd rather have a guest on and just. It's so much easier.
Oh yeah, to have that, to have somebody to bounce off of it's so much easier. And then it's not like radio where I can play music because then I get hit with copyright issues, so I can't even do that. So yeah, it's tough. So Diane, my Tuesday co-host, she canceled on me. It was weird. She told me last night that she has to be somewhere out in Stony Brook at 8 a.m. So she wasn't sure if she was going to make it. And I'm thinking, well, even if whatever she's doing is 2 hours long, she still has an hour to get here. So I wasn't worried about it. But then at 10:15 this morning, she texted me saying she wasn't going to make it. So I don't know. I was like, at that point, what do I do? Do I reach out to people? To me, it's like saying, hey, since she's not here, you may as well come in. So I didn't want to do that. So I the only person I asked was my brother. I said, are you around? You want to jump in? And he said no. So at that point, instead of trying to find somebody, I then had to scurry to make sure I had things to talk about that I can, get through this on my own. But so.
Hey, what's going on, Kev?
Hey, Kev.
Yeah, well, no, it's all good.
It's all good, Kev.
I got the sink over.
Okay.
It needs to be snaked. The faucet has to be replaced. I can replace it. We just got to get one.
Okay. All right.
Don't plunge it because those lines underneath, it just
Yeah.
get pushed.
Okay. Cool.
Oh,
Thanks, brother.
You took a hefty dump, and you clogged the pipes.
You want to hear about what's going on at this place? So
where are you?
Yeah, it works. Yeah. So the post office decides to redo the whole building. We get new everything. New paint on the walls, like new cases, new machinery.
Nice.
New bathroom. But it's like Poltergeist, dude. What they did was they fucking just ripped off the surface and put new shit on top of the old shit with the new system. Now, the old shit that's underneath there is just sitting there now with all this fucking debris and stuff, clogs up all the fucking drains, and they have this new thing with like the water where it's not, they're trying to conserve water so it's not pushing with the same force. So we're walking on top of our own feces in this place. So, dude, let me tell you something about high tide. There ain't nothing worse than high tide in Hicksville in the post office right now, bro.
Well, make sure you guys get a grip on it, because I live in Hicksville, and I don't need feces coming my way.
Like Grumman with that shit, like everyone was getting sick, dude?
Yes.
The shit's going to start trickling down over here, and it's going to go down, and it might even come to governors.
There's enough shit at governors, let me tell you. That's actually a safety hazard. Where's your union rep?
Union? Come on, dude.
Somebody's got to be yelling, hey, this isn't right. I'm going to get sick here. I'm out of here.
So basically, I went into they had this like big chief over here for a couple of months, and she was overseeing everything. And everyone was scared to go talk to her. I'm like, fuck this. I got to go fucking say something.
Yeah.
They were doing bathroom by bathroom, and I saw it happening in the first bathroom. So I went in there. I was like, yo, you better tell these guys before they leave what the fuck is going on. And what I was told was it wasn't in the budget to do a complete overhaul, so we're just doing a makeover. So I'm like, so like lipstick on a pig. And she was like, yes. So I was like, how fucked up was that? And then like it got to a point where I was just like, you know what? You don't give a fuck about this office, because what's going to happen is you're going to fucking oversee this job. Whatever position you were promised to oversee this job, you're going to get, and you're going to move on, and we're going to be stuck in the shit.
Yep.
So it's pointless to even tell you about this. Next day, we get a fucking mail from the big chief, and he's like, no more direct contact with her. No one go talk to her, because obviously if there's a problem, you have to address me. Like, she cried to him because she was getting a reprimanding by a fucking custodian.
Holy shit.
And I am said custodian. I have the least amount of responsibility in here with the least amount of, like, with all the shit on me, but, like, it's like, you know, they look at me like, oh, that dick don't know what the fuck he's doing, like the dude in the Breakfast Club. They didn't respect the custodian, but you know what? I am the eyes and ears of this institution.
Oh, absolutely. They don't know who they're messing with. But now,
I read your lockers. I go through all your emails.
But now, as a custodian, do you have to clean this up?
When it happens, sure, yeah. I got to, you know what I do? I pour a gallon of bleach in the trap every single day just to douche it so it stays afloat. But if that's what they want me to do, that's what I'm going to have to do, man. Yep. My name's not on the side of this building, bro, and I just get paid every 2 weeks, so I don't give a fuck. If you want me to douche it, I'll douche it.
Yep, I'm with you. I hear you. It's a shame it has to be that way, but yeah, I hear you.
I can't drive myself crazy about it. I am fucking over it, dude.
Yep. Oh, believe me, I came from a similar experience where I used to be. Wow. Yep. Well, good luck with that. It actually is time for me to get out of here. So thanks for making the last few minutes of the show the best that it was today.
No problem, brother. And I will see you tomorrow for Mr. Sills.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we're going to be filming a little bit for Don's movie tomorrow. That's right. So I will. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm honored, baby.
Right back at you. We're honored to have you. See you, pal.
Later.
Bye. Nick Greystone checking in. Time for us to get out of here. Thank God. Hey, what's today? Tuesday. We have 3 with Z coming up at 1 o'clock, and then that's it for the day. There's nothing on tonight. We're back here tomorrow, me and Michelle and whoever she's bringing with her. And then Circling the Drain is on tomorrow night. That's what's happening here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. Knock 'em Dead Comedy. Don't forget, we have some shows. We have an 80s theme murder mystery Friday, October 30th at McGuire's in Bohemia with a costume contest for Halloween. December 12th at the Brokerage in Belmore. We're doing a holiday-themed murder mystery, so come join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. govs.com, knockemdeadcomedy.com to see what else we got going on, as well as information on how you can hire us for your event. And, of course, the clubs. One Funny Lisa Marie is at the Allegro Hotel in Long Beach tomorrow night. Lil Mo is at the Clubhouse in East Hampton tomorrow night. Jimmy Dore, Friday and Saturday here at Governor's in Levittown. Carmen Morales, Friday and Saturday at the Brokerage. And then Saturday at the Brokerage for the Late Show, Joe Pontillo, whose shirt I'm wearing. Saku Ali is also on that show. And Mezzy D, who you saw in here yesterday. She's on that show as well. And then Saturday at McGuire's is Pork Chops. govs.com. That's govs.com to see the full schedule and to make your reservations, see some great comedy shows. We're out of here. Thanks for hanging out with me today and keeping me company on this lonely day. Let's excuse me. Beryl whittles often. Good to know. Well, you suited up and showing up for us, Tony, and it's been good. Thank you, Ann. You're not alone. You were surrounded with a couple. Yes, I was. Good day, everyone. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully things are working well. 3 with Z coming up in 20 minutes. Everybody have a great day, and we'll see you later.